Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences
on the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up. Welcome to Shamba Shape Up. This week we're in Karateng in Kisumu County
with farmers Herine, Sande and their family.
My names are Erick and Herine. I'm a farmer. At the moment, we are farming here as a family, me and my wife and my kids.
I'm called Herine and Herine. I do farming. I'm a broiler farmer.
Erick and Herine have been farming on this 1-acre farm for over 5 years and are expanding their farming even further.
They also grow African Leavey vegetables such as sukuma wiki, kunde, susaa and osuga. Sande!
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you.
So how is everything here?
We are doing good.
Yes.
Just doing farming in Karateng. Yeah.
It looks beautiful. It looks quite peaceful. It looks very green.
Yes.
Very green.
So I assume there are no challenges.
Our challenges have to be there. A lot of challenges there.
Let's start with you, Sande. Tell us what challenges you're facing here.
We depend on rainwater, but rainwater cannot go throughout the season. So that is a big challenge to us. Yeah.
And are you facing any challenges?
We do poultry, and we can say we are trying, but marketing is our big challenge.
Well, we are here and Shamba Shape Up is here and we have not come alone. Who have we come with, Caro?
As usual, we come with experts, all right?
Yeah.
But first we have to set up our tent and then we come back.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
See you in a bit.
See you.
Bye.
All right, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Sometimes planting crops off season can be very profitable, but you need a good irrigation plan. And solar energy is a good plan.
I started with very small, the kitchen garden. So when I saw it was a good thing to do, because now everybody wanted mboga, and then I see myself, it was not going to be enough for me in the house. I decided to expand it. If I was able to have water throughout the year, even during the sunny season, it will be very appropriate for me, because now I'll be able to supply my customers throughout the year without any difficulty.
Erick and Herine want to keep growing their vegetables even in the dry season. To help with this, Joseph Kiambi from Solagen is here. So what happens when there is no rain?
So when there is no rain, we have to fetch water from our well. So we use it manually. We come and irrigate our farms using the water can.
That is labor, because of course you can't do it by yourself. That means you have to pay these people.
I have to pay them because I can't do it alone every day.
Every day. Yeah. And you still have to maintain this greenery because you want your crops throughout the year.
Yeah, true.
So Joe, you can imagine this scenario. You want to have food throughout the year.
Yes.
You want to be consistent. And it has to be good food of very high quality.
Yes.
Our farmer is suffering.
Sure.
What solutions do you have?
We bring a solution to you of solar solution. Basically, you install and you have pipes running into your shamba. Maybe you're going to have a drip, you're going to have furrows, whichever method you can use. Yeah.
I've heard you talk about solar.
Yes.
What is this solar thing you're talking about?
Solar is whereby you go green by utilizing what you have. We have water down here and we have sun in the sky. So you're just going to wake up in the morning, turn your solar pumps, then water is running in your farm, use solar, no one is charging you to use solar, and then it's gonna make a whole difference.
When you say solar, solar is free.
Yes, solar is free.
It's a present that we've been given by nature. So it's not gonna charge us.
Yes.
How does it work? As Joseph went on to explain, the solar panels get energy from the sun and convert it to electricity. This then moves to the controller and into the pump. The pump takes water out of the well and pumps it either up into a tank or right into the pipes used to irrigate. You only need to install the pump once, and after that, you use energy from the sun. That's free. Since our farmers have vegetables, it's a good idea for them to install drip lines, making sure every drop goes where it is needed. How do farmers get this solar pump?
For farmers, it's really easy. If you're really capable, you can just call a solar company, like I work for Solagen. You call Solagen, you tell them what your problem is, and they are going to give you a whole lot of options, on how to go about solar.
Joanne, what if my pumps get spoiled? So what do I do?
When your pump gets spoiled or gets at fault, we get you covered. So long as it's within the time that we are covering your pump, we have warranties. If it has exceeded the period of the warranty, we have the spares.
Okay, let me ask, what's on very dry seasons and then the wells get dry? Does it still pump, or what do I need to do about it?
One very good solution is you have a storage of water.
As Joseph went on to explain, make sure you install a raised water tank so that you can pump and store water. This way, you will still have water that runs from the tank into your shamba when needed. So do you think we can install it?
Yes, I would want to see her happy when the water is finally working and she's rested.
And also as women, you want to champion that.
Yes,
all right. Maybe we should see that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We've heard from our expert. Let's get started installing the solar pump. It looks like the Solagen team is already busy getting everything in place.
Two of the most important things in poultry farming are hygiene and nutrition. This will determine whether your production is good or not.
I started with poultry farming, specifically kienyeji. I majored into broiler farming. And this broiler farming, I started with only 50. From 50, I've been growing up to right now, I can do 2,000, 2,500.
The broiler chickens are our farmers' main source of income, so we need to ensure they do it well. To help us, we have Cyril Ochako from CKL Africa to help shape them up. You've been keeping chicken for a long time.
Yeah.
What's the worst experience?
The worst experience. There's a time I lost more than 500 cuckoos.
Wow.
So death, the mortality rate.
Did you know why that happened?
The expert told me they had gumboro.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gumboro disease.
Gumboro disease.
So Ochako, how can a farmer avoid diseases in poultry?
We start with hygiene
Yeah.
because there are some microorganisms
Yeah.
which cause this disease.
It is also important to vaccinate your chickens against key diseases. Get in touch with Shamba for the full vaccination schedule. In terms of hygiene, what do you do to prevent diseases every day in the chicken house?
Okay, like now we have this flock. When they are over, I'll remove everything. I'll mop here and I'll disinfect the house. The house will stay for 1 week before I bring another stock. So when I'm doing my preparation again, I'll have to disinfect the feeders, the drinkers, yeah? And then I bring the chicks here. When we are attending the chicks, anytime that we are going inside the house, we spray ourselves as we were doing.
You prefer spraying your feet or using a foot bath?
The reason why I'm using the spray is because we have also the local chicks that are doing free range. So I was saying that if I put that one, they can contaminate the water and also can affect them.
Mr. Jill, what I can be able to recommend to you, we are supposed to have a foot bath where you can be able to place your disinfectant by the name Coopicide.
Rather than spraying their boots and clothes, our farmers should place a foot bath at the entrance of their chicken house to disinfect their shoes when they enter. How much disinfectant should be put in the foot bath, ideally?
For the Coopicide, we have different rates of application depending where you are using.
For a foot dip, mix 100 milliliters in 10 liters of water. For general cleaning of feeders and drinkers, mix 10 milliliters in 30 liters of water. And for cleaning the shed, mix 25 milliliters in 20 liters of water. At what weight do you sell your birds?
We start selling them at 1 kg.
How do you give them the feeds to make sure they come to that weight? As Eric went on to explain, he feeds his day-old chicks with chick crumb, gradually adding pellets, and then finishes them off with pellets only. He's doing the right thing, isn't it?
Yes, Tony
Yes.
is doing the right thing,
Yes.
but I want also to inform him that not all that the bird takes gets to the system of the bird.
Yeah.
And that is why Seeker Africa, they have come out with a product by the name Diamond V. Diamond V will assist in the process of digestion and also in absorption.
Chicken feed is made up of many ingredients. Natuzyme has many enzymes to help the chicken fully digest its feed. Here's what to do. Get a 50 kilogram bag of feed. You'll need to mix portions of it at a time in order for the supplements to mix well. Take a large tarpaulin and pour 4 kilos of chicken feed onto it. Next, add 8 teaspoons of Diamond V and 1 teaspoon of Natuzyme and mix well by turning over the mixture 6 times using a spade. Do this with the next 4 kilos of feed until all your bag has been mixed. What are the expected results?
We'll be able to see uniformity growth because of the daily weight gain, especially for the broilers.
Okay, thank you. Let's get to work. The chicken shed needs some work to improve its biosecurity. Kamau needs to put up a fence to avoid animals and people coming near the chicken house. We also need to add a foot bath. While Kamau is doing all this, let's catch up with the week's weather.
Welcome to the Shamba shape-up weather and farming news for Kenya. In the coming week, we expect low rainfall across Kenya. The north, upper and lower eastern counties will see very low rainfall of less than 5 millimeters across the week. This cuts across Marsabit, Isiolo, Mandera, Wajir, Meru, Tharaka, Kitui, Makueni to Kajiado. The only exception is the lower parts of Garissa, which will see moderate levels of rains of up to 50 millimeters of total rains across the week. Coastal counties will get varying amounts of rainfall in the week. Tana River and Kilifi will have up to 50 millimeters of rain. Mombasa, Kwale and Taita Taveta will see rains reaching up to 15 millimeters, while Lamu will get the highest amount of rainfall reaching 110 millimeters. Central Kenya will get low rains reaching 15 millimeters across the week. This covers the counties of Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Embu, as well as Nairobi and Kiambu. Parts of Laikipia and Nyandarua will have up to 25 millimeters of rainfall in the week. North, Central and South Rift Valley will get moderate amounts of rainfall of up to 50 millimeters across the week. This spans across West Pokot, Baringo, Trans Nzoia, Nandi, Kericho to Nakuru. Turkana and Samburu will receive very little rain of below 5 millimeters in the week. The Western and Nyanza regions will have moderate rainfall reaching 50 millimeters in the week. This covers Bungoma, Busia, Kakamega, Vihiga, Nyamira and Kisii. Siaya, Kisumu, Migori and Homa Bay will receive very little rain of 15 millimeters across the week. Farmer, mulch your crops to keep moisture in the soil so that they continue to grow well even after the rains stop. Scout for pests and diseases in your crops and control them using the recommended pesticides. For a detailed weather forecast for your area and more tips, get in touch with Shamba. Call 0711 082 606. See you next week on the Shamba Shape Up Farming News for Kenya.
Coming up after the break, we learn how farmers can link to markets and professional services.
And planting trees for the environment. Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up. In this part, we learn all about getting extension services and links to market and why we need to plant indigenous trees. Every farm needs trees, whether for fruits, fodder, or for shade. Think of planting indigenous trees to improve your shamba.
As you can move around, here you can see it's green. I'm doing a lot of species about trees. I have 1 acre of land down there. I want to do some forest with different types of trees. It can act as a museum, yeah? And I believe when it's a museum, we're going to get some money to take these kids to school. Yeah.
Trees are not only good for the environment, but can also be a good source of income for a farmer. To help the farmers with this, we have called in Francis Odwor, a tree expert from Alliance Biodiversity International and SEAT, who, with the support of GEF and in partnership with IUCN, have the My Farm Trees platform. So, Sande,
Yes.
what type of trees do you have on your space?
We have jacaranda, we have pine, the gravelia, and we have the fruits. Mango is here. Yeah, we have oranges up there. Yeah, those are the ones that are there.
What do we have here and how is it going to help our farmer?
So from Biodiversity International, we have the project called My Farm Trees. So what My Farm Trees is doing is that we are working with farmers like Erick and Sande to make sure that he can diversify his land and also make his landscape very beautiful by planting a lot of indigenous tree species. And indigenous tree species are very good because they can help you. Some of them are fruit bearing. But most importantly, he also told me that the river is always eating part of his land. So we'd like to plant some trees to prevent that erosion, so we are doing we can do on his land also some restoration using the indigenous tree species.
In general, it's good to plant indigenous trees that are native to your area. Such trees are already accustomed to the soils and available water and general climate of the area. Some trees are good for agroforestry, meaning they can be mixed with crops. Other benefits include holding soil on riverbanks, bearing fruit, medicinal value, or for use as timber. Time to learn more about My Farm Trees.
Sunday, what My Farm Trees does is that we are working with small-scale farmers. So with My Farm Trees, we are coming up with our platform where you can showcase your work. You do planting of the trees, the indigenous trees, and then we compensate you for your time, for the work that you are doing, for restoring the environment.
Once you download the My Farm Trees app, you can register as a seed collector, tree nursery owner, or farmer. Sande, have you seen what I'm seeing here? If at all you can provide the seeds, you can have a tree nursery, then you also plant the trees, you care for them. You know, you can have it all.
You do it collectively.
Yes. So you can even decide to have a tree nursery. I don't know whether that's what you mean.
Yeah, people like Erick actually mentioned to me that he would like to also venture into tree nurseries. So this is a kind of entrepreneurship, which we also train him to be able to become a good entrepreneur who can be able to raise the seedlings and then be able to sell to other members of the community so that we are able to plant the trees across the whole village.
The My Farm Tree program has started small and is available in 3 counties at the moment, Laikipia, Turkana and Siaya, but will keep growing.
I want to do this project in a big scale, yeah? Are you guys going to purchase from me or you're going to show me market where I will be taking these trees of mine?
With our platform, we will be able to see where seedlings are, such that any projects that is linked to our platform, they can be able to tell where these seedlings are, whether they are in Kisumu, whether they are in Nairobi, and so that anywhere that there's demand for seedlings, you'll get notified through the app that yes, there's customers waiting for your seedlings somewhere. You can connect. We can link you with them.
Okay, thank you for that.
Sande,
Yeah,
we have trees. What is remaining?
planting them.
Planting them.
And taking care of them.
Francis, let's do this.
Yes.
Sande was eager to plant the trees by the river, which was getting eroded. We started by registering his farm, then mapping the farm, and finally planting the trees. Once the trees were planted, we took pictures, uploaded, and registered them. You can get the My Farm Trees app on Google Play Store. The solar system is looking good and is almost done.
There is one area that the youth can make income and get opportunity to grow: farming. 238.
For 10 years, we've been doing the chicken poultry. It's a very good idea for young people to get into farming.
Farming is a business. And like any other business, you need to plan for market and knowledge. To help with this, we have Hezron Opio from Kenya Poultry Farmers. Herine?
Yes.
Tell us, of course, as a chicken farmer, you do have some challenges here and there. Which are the main challenges that you've been facing?
The main challenge we're facing as a broiler farmer is actually the mortality rates. And then we have the where to take our products. Sometimes the market is so full that you don't know where to take them.
Yeah, that's a very big challenge to farmers because as KPF, the most important thing we always say is profit to the farmer. If they don't get the profit, the next few months or years, they will be out of business.
So, Ronnie, you've done your farm visit today and you observed. What have you seen?
The visit, what I've seen in the farm, the major challenge, it comes with feeders, the way the feeders are positioned and the type of feeders, and also some challenge on the open drinking water system. Because when the bird defecate on the water, they get a lot of bacterial contamination like coccidiosis, which is a major challenge that farmers always incur.
When the chicks soil their feed, it exposes them to germs that can cause disease and may make you to lose most of your flock. So what's wrong with those feeders?
Yeah, the feeders are, as I can see, the birds are already in some of the feeders, whereby they're eating and defecating on the feed at the same time. Yeah, so we need to have the feeders that are suspended so that the birds can only access quality feed and the feed doesn't get contaminated with the litter and also with the birds' feces.
The drinkers?
The drinkers, she's using a good drinker here, which is the Impex nipple drinker. This drinker comes all the way from the Netherlands, from our partners called Impex.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a 12-liter nipple drinker, has 3 nipples beneath it. It comes with a lid. The lid ensures that when you cover it, no dust in the chicken house can contaminate the water. It's a PPC frost plastic, whereby because here in Kisumu the temperatures gets very hot, and I believe maybe in Central and Rift Valley temperatures gets very cold.
Yes.
So the water that the farmer puts in here stays at the right temperature.
How does this drinker work? The nipple drinker makes it easier to keep the water clean. The water in the container drips out of the nipples when the chicks tap them. Looking at the feeders, what did you recommend the farmer to use? What kind of a feeder?
I would recommend a feeder that is easily suspendable, like this feeder, and it has some protection whereby the birds can't get into the feed because it's suspended. And
as you heard us, she had challenges with the markets. So how do you help farmers with that?
Yeah, so with access to market, we've always, as KPF, encouraged farmers to get attached to good service center, whereby the most important thing is if they supply, they ensure that they get their payments on time. Herine can be of testimony because we've bought from her a couple of times.
They come along when I call them. I call them like prior. They'll tell me we are coming on that day. We are going to take this quantity of birds. They weigh, they pick the right quantity they want, and then they go with them.
When do they pay you?
They pay me on the spot.
On the spot?
Yeah.
Wow, wow. So how can we find you? How can farmers find you?
Kenya Poultry Farmers Limited, we are based in Kisumu, opposite Lolwe Gate, Lolwe Main Gate, Lolwe Estate, that's where we are. We work with farmers across Western Kenya and even all the way in the entire country if they need access to our nipple drinkers.
So Herine, we need to raise the feeders up.
Yeah.
We need to work on the drinkers.
Yeah.
And we need to install these new ones. Kenya Poultry Farmers, or KPF, supplies farmers with feeds and equipment and also takes off their produce. For more information on KPF, get in touch with Shamba on 0711 082 606.
The solar irrigation system is now working. Herine and Sande can have vegetables throughout the year. With drip lines in place, you ensure every drop is used.
The chicken shed is now fenced off and there is a foot bath. That means better disease control. The chicken are going to be in better health and gain good weight. And most important, the farmers are linked to market and support services.
And finally, with the new seedlings, there are going to be new trees all over the farm.
The Shamba Shape Up, this is a good program. You have made me meet experts.
The experts have come. They've done a very good job. In fact, I'm so happy they've eased my work because now I can irrigate my shamba within a shortest time.
As a farmer, I believe that we are going to go many miles away by the knowledge that we have gotten from Shamba Shape Up.
If you're happy, that means our mission is accomplished. And you also have to give us a chance so that we can also empower other farmers. So, Tony, our work here
is done.
Oriti!
Oriti!